Hi everyone, it's Sam from Sitemate. In this video, we're going to look at how we can use the Sitemate links feature inside of Dashpivot for room completion sign-offs. And what that will enable us to do is allow anyone to submit a room completion sign-off into our Dashpivot account, but without actually needing a Dashpivot login. So they won't be a Dashpivot user. Instead, they'll actually submit the completion sign-off via the Sitemate app. Which is free to install and use, and in this particular case it will actually be free for them to submit a room completion sign-off as well. So I want to show you how you can set that up. What's really neat about this too is that we can set up a poster for that link that'll look something like this, which I'll show you in a few minutes, which is going to allow anyone to scan that QR code poster just on the walls around your site. When they scan that, it'll give them access to fill out one of these room completion sign-offs, enter in their details, maybe take a few photos and things like that, and submit that into your Dashpivot account. The main thing is that they won't actually be a Dashpivot user. So let's take a look at how this works. The first thing we need to make sure of is we need to make sure that we've selected the appropriate folder where we want all of our room completion sign-offs to actually get stored and submitted and stored to. So in this case, it's this site team that I've got here. So I've clicked on that, go to templates, and just need to make sure that we have our room completion sign-off template set up and ready to go. So we already have one, which is great. So all we need to do is go to the links tab and create a new link. You can see that we have two options, single and ongoing. Now in this particular case, because each person who's completing this room completion sign-off is only going to need to submit that once, probably per room, the single submission Sitemate link is the best option here. So it just means that when someone scans that QR code or clicks on that link, it will add it into their Sitemate app, but as soon as they submit that form, it's gone. It's sent into your Dashpivot account, but that Sitemate user can't then refill that out. They'd have to scan the QR code again. So let's go ahead and set up this link. So we click the green button. We need to give our link a name. So I'm just going to call it room completion sign off. And we need to select the relevant template. In this case, that's this one here. You can select multiple templates, but for the purposes of this video, we're just going to select the one. And we're going to generate our link. And you can see it's generated the link successfully and gives us or shows us the two options for distributing this link. So the first option is to copy that link and send it via SMS or email to the relevant people. This works really well if you know exactly who's going to be filling that out. If you don't, you're probably better off using the poster option. So we can download a QR code poster that has the QR code on it. That's this one here, which we'll see in just a moment. Let's open it up. So it looks like this. It'll have your logo up the top. It says room completion sign off on it. It's got a nice big QR code that someone can scan with their smartphone or their tablet. And it's got some instructions, so some steps there. There's not too many steps. It's just, set up an account, scan the QR code, open up the app and punch in the link, and they'll be good to go. So just wanted to show you that. So you can go ahead and print out that. Print out one for every level if you're working on a building project, or just around your site, just in general, so that they're available for someone or anyone to go up to and scan. And that's pretty much all that we need to do from the Dashpivot side. We can click done and you'll see that we've got our link here. We can copy the link quickly by just clicking on that. And then we've got our other options. Again, we can download the poster, we can edit this link, or we can archive this link maybe once we're finished and we don't want anyone to submit those anymore. So you can see, everything is sort of managed through here. Now, we're going to switch over to the phone now and show you what it looks like from the perspective of the person who is submitting this room completion sign-off via the Sitemate app. So to do that, I'm just going to switch over to my phone and I'm going to open up the device camera. I'm going to grab that poster and I'm just going to make sure that it recognizes the QR code, tap that link that shows up at the top, up the browser for us. You can see it tells us it's for the room completion sign-off, so it matches the information that we just saw on the poster, and it gives us a link. We're going to need that in just a moment, so I'm going to click copy, and we need to install the Sitemate app. So it's pretty easy. I actually already have it installed, so I'm just going to click open, and you'll see that we have a couple of tabs along the bottom. We need to go to the Forms tab and click the Add Forms button, and this is where we can then paste in that link. So we can just paste that in, click Submit, and there we go. So you can see, gives us a message. Our room completion sign-off template is now sitting in here, and you can see it's a single submission. So as soon as we fill that out and submit it, it's going to disappear from our list of forms to fill out. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's click on the room completion sign-off. So let's put in the date. Looks like we need to select the room. So let's just say it's this one here. And we need to select our trade. So let's just say that we are doing some tiling. The way that this particular room completion sign-off is set up is that depending on what trade you select, it actually shows you different questions. So you can see all the questions that we're now seeing relate to tiling. So are all the tiles fitted in level? Yes. Do the joints line up? Yes, etc. So we would just go ahead and fill out all of these things, which is great. We can even leave some comments and upload some photos if we'd like. So I'll just click add photo. I'm just going to take a photo. I know it's not some tiles, but you can see how the photos work. So we can add that in there. So that's looking really neat. Whoever's filling this out would take photos of all of their work. And then we have a signature field down the bottom. So we just click sign, which stamps our name with the time and date and our signature on there. Assuming we're happy with all the info here, we will just click the submit button. And it actually takes us to the activity tab in the Sitemate app. And you would have seen just up the top there, it said uploading, and it's now submitted. So that has now been sent back to the Dashpivot account where we created this link. And from the Sitemate user's perspective, in the app, if we head back to Forms, you can see we can't submit another one. If we wanted to do that, we'd have to re-enter the link or rescan the QR code. So that's the way that it works from the Sitemate user's perspective. And just to show you what that ends up looking like from the Dashpivot user's perspective, the person who created the link, go into templates, go to room completion sign off, and there you have it. That's the one that we just filled out. We can open it up. We can see all the information that was inputted. So it's for this room, and we've got all of the checks. We've even got that photo of the chair in there with the signature and everything. So over time, as all of your trades are filling out these forms, and submitting them into your Dashpivot account, they'll all appear here. You've got the register view, which is really handy, so you can filter for a particular person or a particular date, room, or trade, and search through all of your records and keep them all stored in the one place. So if you get stuck with anything, feel free to reach out to our team via live chat on the Dashpivot website. We also have other video tutorials available covering other use cases for the Sitemate Links feature. You can use it for things like timesheets, inductions, pre-starts, take fives, anything like that. So feel free to give those a watch. We also have other videos about just other functionality in Dashpivot in general. So that wraps up this video. I hope this will be useful for you, and thanks for watching.